Alrighty, what's up you guys and welcome to another Better Days original deck profile. We're going to be talking about PK Fire today.
I see you're awake now.
Hey there.
There are better places to take a nap than on the ground, you know. Give me your hand. Welcome back.
This was personally one of my favorite decks. I know a lot of people liked it. I love the Divine Comedy. Yeah, it's just, it was always one of my favorite decks when Burning Abyss came out. I love the art style. I like the play style. It was a really good deck for a while. Yeah, and it's pretty good in Better Days. So we're going to be going over it. And we're going to be starting off with the usual suspects. And that's going to be Triple Graph. We only have access to one Seer in this format, so... And then this might be a little surprising to some people, but because we're not playing any kind of variant where we really need things in our hand, we're only playing one Skarm. That's the ratio of the original guys. I wouldn't recommend playing any more Skarm in this version of the deck. And then also the other usual suspect, we're playing Triple Farfa. We're playing 2 Libic and a Barbar. Barbar is just to help push a little extra damage in case the games are going too long. Barbar can also put in a lot more damage if you use him a lot. So, I mean, there's not an incredible amount of BA names in this deck, but it is kind of on the larger side. So, and then we're playing the usual 3 Boots, 2 Cloak, and I actually like 2 Gloves. I know a lot of people like 1 Glove, but this guy literally just puts the other ones in the grave for you. So why not play a couple extra Foolishes? To be honest, he almost is the same thing as like Fiendish Rhino Warrior when he gets milled in a way. So that's why I like that ratio. This is a really monster heavy deck. And speaking of, we're playing 2 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. I think 3 is just a little overkill, especially because it's not as heavy BA. And we only have 1 Seer, so the only targets you're going to really be sending are Seer and Graph most of the time, because you want to keep extending unless you're dealing with something. And then I play 3 Ghost Ogre. It is a level 3. Gives the deck a little more interaction. And it's a light target. It's our only light target actually for our Big Lick McDingus. I just really like this card because it's very large. So sometimes Burning Abyss has a hard time getting over 3k attack. And it can push a lot of damage. So... And if you mill it, you know, whatever. You're going to mill a lot of cards. A lot of them you don't want to mill. But if you end up drawing it, you have the Ghost Ogres in the grave to summon him. So, and then we're playing the usual Speedroid Terror Top package with 1 Takidamborg. You can play 2 of this, but sometimes it starts to break. Although you can special summon him if you control a Leviair. So that's pretty good. And then we're also playing the other rank 3 engine, which is Predaplants. And for the Predaplant target, we're playing 1 Instant Fusion. You just turn them into a rank 3, and then you Instant Fusion out a level 3 to continue your plays. So technically the Predaplants is +2 special summons. And that's going to be it for the main deck. Notable cards, Kage Sucha Knight. I mean, that's really about it for monsters. I can't really think of anything. I mean, you can play Rubik if you want. Virgil's good, but he's not... I don't actually play him in the deck. I play him in, like, other variants, but he's just not always as good as you want him to be. And although shuffling a card into the deck is good, you have other ways of dealing with cards that are just kind of better. Anyways, on to the traps. We're going to be playing Triple Fogblade. That's an obvious... The wings that everybody plays with it. And then we're also playing the Phantom Knight Sword. I found the extra summon in a monster heavy deck is pretty good. And like BLS, this is going to be getting milled a lot, so hopefully you don't open it. It's a 1-of. Same with wings. Although wings is not bad. Not as bad to open. And then onto our only spells. We're playing the Trifecta of Nastiness. Lure's at 1, this is at 1, and you only need to play 1 of these for your Predaplant engine, and you can get out a level 3 fusion on that. So Soul Charge is just busted, and then this is just the best draw power for darks. It also gets your Levier going if you don't have any way to banish your Phantom Knights. And yeah, that's the main deck. On to the extra, which is a little bit malleable, by the way. I'm kind of a madman, and I like to play 3 Dante. A lot of people will say you only need to play 2, but just in case they do something nasty to your Dantes, like, it's always good to have 3. I can imagine maybe sometimes people are playing DD Crow in the main deck, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked 3 Dante. You can take him down to 2 if you want, but the extra deck has a lot of space, and Dante is one of the better rank 3s that you can play, so... and then I'm playing 2 Breaksword. You could play 1, but I feel like sometimes you need an extra pop. And he kind of does the same thing Virgil does. Breaksword, you gotta at least play 2 Dante and 1 Breaksword. But I recommend at least 2 and 2. And then I'm playing with a 1 Grand Pulse. You could arguably play 2 if you want. Maybe even side deck an extra 1 in case you're playing against a really spell-heavy deck. But yeah. Grand Pulse is really good. Alucard's notable too. You could side the Alucard in case your opponent's playing like Sub-Terrors or anything that likes to sit face down, because Alucard can pop any face down card. And then I'm playing 2 Levier because it's really easy to make, and you can just overlay into your F-Zero, which I'm also playing 2 of. It's just really good to have this card. He swings damage in the battle phase. He can crash opponents' monsters. He's, almost immortal in a way, like a bit hard to deal with. And yeah, he kind of gets rid of all your problem cards. This deck has a hard time dealing with towers. I'll just tell you that right now. So you're going to have to side something, probably Winged Dragon Raw Spear mode, or a Kaiju or Lava Golem or something to deal with towers. Or like any of the Shadal stuff, or like, just anything in general. Like the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragons, you're probably going to side like Spear mode against, and all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of that. Or you can just use him to crash 2 of them. Like anything he can't get rid of, you got to basically tribute. And then I was reluctant to play this, but I think having 1 in the extra deck, just on the off chance you can use it, kind of helps. He can get an incredibly high attack, usually somewhere up to like 3,500 or like 4,000. So just really good, pushes damage, and gives your Breaksword something to do if you don't have anything else to pop with Breaksword on your side of the field, and you happen to have the Phantom Knights in the grave, so... rather have him than not. I mean, you could play Nightmare too. I played that card in the past, but I don't know. Just like if you're going to use Breaksword's effect main 1 and you're going to get rid of their field anyways, you might as well just go for the big guy and then put in damage instead of Nightmare. But that's just me. You could play Nightmare though. I'm not disregarding him. I did play him at one point. And then here's my instant fusion target. I really don't think there's ever a time where like the 1200 is going to come up, but if you want to, you can play the 1200 attack wind guy. Or Skull Warrior is like technically the best. But Skull Warrior is like a $50 card. It's never gotten reprinted, so... and it's like a tournament pack card or something, so... I'm using the Flame Ghost. And then for our obvious, we have Beatrice and Pilgrim. You'd play him if you play her, and then she's just really good, so... she can, like, quick Foolish or Farfas, get rid of stuff, or just keep extending plays. And then there is 1 card missing in the extra deck. It's not Virgil, but I recommend playing Zenmaines, or Zenmaines. Sorry, Zenmain. Because you can have Zenmain out, and then have like your Breaksword out. And then Breaksword goes to pop, and then you can just detach from this, and then nothing pops on your side. And because Breaksword doesn't need both of them to be destroyed, your opponent's monster gets popped. And then Zenmaines has an effect where if he detached a material, at the end of the turn, you get to pop something else. So Zenmain is actually really good. And I never used to play Zenmain back in the day because I never thought about it. But yeah, it was a really good card to have in here. So just imagine this Virgil is Zenmains, and you have a Breaksword out. You get 2 pops. That's pretty good. And sometimes it can be a little backbreaking to some of the rogue decks. So really delicious combo. Alrighty, and that's going to be the deck profile, you guys. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways you can also take this deck. It's very flexible in its game plan. There's a whole side of the ritual that we didn't touch on. There's Trap BA, there's like Shadal BA if you wanted to play that. I mean, you can't really play that, but Infernoid BA. We do have Block Dragon available, so you could play a Rock Engine in here if you wanted to, and mill the Block Dragons for big damage. And also level 8 overlays, so However you want to take it, in Extended, we're going to have Silent Swordsman support. And that's also a pretty good variant of the deck. You have Spell Negation with that, and then you get out like the big Silent Swordsman guy. So pretty good. If you have any comments about the deck, let me know down below. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.
It's over now.